So what am I, a stand-up comic? Well, anyway, we're talking about today is why your workouts are not working, and I don't want to say you because usually when I say you, it means me, and like why my workouts were not, I was not seeing a lot out of what it is I was doing. Was I working out? Yes, so I can't downplay that, right? I can't say I didn't do anything. Was I being lazy? No, because I was still working out, getting things done. And if that's the phase that you are at, well, then you got to give yourself a little bit of an applause for that. So again, thank you for coming out to the live stream. For those of you guys that are new to the channel, my name is Coach Pete. I help people from ages whatever to whatever, but mainly right now we're focusing on the over 40. But again, we had a comment the other day that even though a lot of the content I make is just about older people or over 40, he still uses or she still uses the advice that we take. And yes, that's for sure, for certain, that is what it does, right? That's the advice that I give. It doesn't only apply to over 40, it's just a marketing tactic to have other people within that niche or within that frame to click the video, right? It's all, but honestly, it's the same content, especially if you're a beginner, especially if you're new. So when I first started the channel, it was always about like, I was just promoting crank, right? Like I was a Nutley doing crank, doing the whole thing, fat loss, crank group training, semi-private training, got into that realm. And then it got lost, kind of moved into a bunch of different things, right? Where it went from mental mobility to mindset to mental health, and now kind of finding its way back to training with mental health and everything around it. But the main thing is really focusing on the people that may be 40 or over. Now, I would say even 30, right? Let's say even 30 or over. Not saying you can't listen to it. And if you're over 30, give me a little comment with a little thumbs up to let me know that's where you're at. So I kind of know what we're talking about here. And today we're going to talk about why your or our or my workout is not being effective. So here's the main reason. I'll tell you in a second. So let's get it going here. So if you're not a Jets fan, you're not going to like that. So I apologize. Maybe I'll take it out so you don't go in there. Then if you're a crank and a ghost person, then that's that. So here is my workout. I'm going to show it to you right now. Here's my program. I don't like to say workout, and that is the main reason your workouts fail, because we program hop, right? We work out hop. We go all over the place, not knowing where you're going to be, and you're just jumping from everywhere. Hey, what's up, Anna? What's up, Jason? What's going on, guys? Thank you, brother. Are you a bodybuilder? I was a bodybuilder from years 2000 to 2008. So I did natty bodybuilding before there was internet. So yes, I did compete. I was on ESPN. I took tons of firsts. I was on Muscle Mania. And then after that, I kind of, got lost in the tracks and it started getting tough. So yes, I was a bodybuilder. I did compete for many, many years. And now I took a lot of those, the downside of bodybuilding with me, and it helped me develop to the person and trainer that I am. So go Jets. Sauce is CB #1. Hands down, Jason. CB #1. I hope they give him the extension. Of course they will. What do you advise me to build muscle? So that's a very loaded question there. S, I don't know what your name is, but what's up, Anna? Thanks for coming out. What is my advice to build muscle? Eat, eat, lift, right? We try to make, how old are you? First off, let's give me some feedback. How old are you? Do you lift? Are you a noob? Are you a novice? So where are we working with? Do you lift currently? With that sake, so I can definitely go into that. This is a perfect question to like what we're talking about now. I'm 17 years old. Have you lifted before? What's your background? Give me more so I can work with it, because I can't just say how you can build muscle, but I can give you 3 tips to start today, to start doing it based off where you're at, okay? Because I'm sure that if you're 17 years old, you're probably just benching, because that's what most 17-year-olds do, and they walk around like this by the time they're 21. We got pulled in shoulders, rounded out long traps. So that's kind of what it looks like there. And listen, I was the same, all right? I benched forever. Love benching still. I'm a dude. I enjoy benching, but I did enjoy squatting. I did enjoy doing those things. So while you give me a little bit more information, I will give you guys information is why doesn't your workout work? It's because you jump, right? And we get into a program first 4 weeks, and then you're like, I'll do something new. I'm gonna go running instead. Or a lot of times what my friends do is they sign up for a marathon or some shit. You know what I mean? It's like you guys were doing so good. Like you were doing so well with strength training and building muscle and burning fat, and now you think a fucking marathon is gonna help you burn fat. It's not. Right? It's not. It's two different worlds. I'm sorry for getting mad, but it's like I hate watching people have so much great progress, and out of nowhere they just sign up for this marathon. That for what? I don't know. I'm not a runner. If you're a runner, give me a thumbs up. But I'm not a runner. I hate marathons. I hate running. I enjoy sprinting to save myself from the zombies. That's about it. Right? I need to sprint and run and get my cardio up for wrestling and jiu-jitsu, right? Because I don't want to get beat up. I want to be able to last. But to run a marathon, I just don't understand the process. But I have tons of family members, I have tons of friends that do it, and I respect it. But when you're trying to lose weight, signing up for a marathon is not the fucking way to do it. That's all I'm going to say. And everyone fucking does it. I want to lose fat and build muscle, 17 years old. All right. So here's a basic one. Here's what I'll ask you to do, right? Go to, I believe it's crankstrong.com, KRANK, and it's a free workout. Take it. It's basic body weight stuff. It's a basic way to learn mechanics, a way to learn general movement patterns to make sure you're doing it correctly. And then from there, after those first, what they call a GPP phase or general prep phase that you are working through, then you can start adding more volume. Right? More volume means more reps. And then from more volume, you can add more intensity. And more intensity doesn't mean how hard you're pushing it. Intensity in this term means the weight that is added. Right? So we're not just, there has to be a program, there has to be a plan. And I have other programs, not even mine. I'll tell you, I'll send you the right direction that'll match you in that way. But for the most part, stay with full body workouts, right? Unless you really want to you like bro splits. The only reason I don't like bro splits is because people don't have time and they don't like going to the gym 4 days, 5 days out of the week. Now, if you do, bro splits are great, right? It's usually a push-pull, a lower push-pull, lower push-pull, right? I love just doing full body, right? Well, it's with a concentration of. So that's the way we run our crank program. Crank is always full body no matter what, with a focus on an accessory. So here's an example. Monday will be lower body max effort or lower body strength with upper body accessories. So like things like you'll do in rehab to keep the shoulders healthy, right? Some face pulls with external rotation, things like that, right? The old put your knee on a thing, external rotation. Things you're not going to do, maybe some tricep pull downs. The next day will be a max effort or a strength push. So we're gonna go horizontal push, which is the bench. After that, an accessory of lower body. So we'll be doing like single leg deadlifts, maybe some split squats in between at the end. So again, we're gonna do an upper and a lower each time we lift. And that is what I believe anyone should do because, and here's the reason because, all right, S and Celia, you're 18 and 17. The best thing you can do is expose yourself to movement, right? Expose yourself to threshold. Like, it doesn't really matter at that age, but as long as you're doing something, right, and constantly progressing and getting into it more and more and over, you're going to build muscle, right? Now, on top of that, we're gonna talk about diet. And you're 17 years old, I'm not talking about diet to a 17-year-old kid. I'm not gonna talk about diet to an 18-year-old adult, right? Because all you have to do is increase your amount of protein that you eat, because most of you, I'm sure, do not, and then that's it. Right? Eat kind of healthy, things that you know, like you know the difference between McDonald's and fucking a salad, right? You know the difference between rice and an apple versus Wendy's. There's two different choices. One is unhealthy, one is healthy, correct? So just add protein to it and making sure you're using the healthier versions of things rather than thinking about stuff like macros and intermittent fasting and all this bullshit that's out there because it's just something they want you to buy. Right? If you're at 17, 18 years old, make better choices, healthy choices, increase your protein intake, drink water, work out. Fucking easy, right? And when I said work out, I'm not saying run. I'm not saying do a marathon. I'm not saying do the CrossFit Games, right? Even though that's a completely different sport, right? That's sport. If you're looking to burn fat, gain muscle. Right? You want to burn fat? Gain muscle. By doing squats and push-ups and pull-ups and grabbing something super heavy, like over here, I have tons of different things that I carry, right? So I have 200-pound sandbag, 100-pound sandbag, 150, 350, boom. I can't even lift up the 200-pound sandbag, by the way. I can't do it. Almost broke my back doing it. So that's my goal, right? To get that back up, because I used to be able to do that when I was like 30, but now I'm trying to see, is it worth it or not? Because that shit was heavy, right? Getting something like a kettlebell, a dumbbell, but even more so, guys, when I trained people in Belleville, Newark, New Jersey, people don't have money, right? You don't have fucking money. And you can't go out there and buy stuff, right? We can't buy a dumbbell for no reason. We can't go buy a bench. You got to do what it is you can. So what I always tell people to do is, if you can, get shit that's heavy and then put it into your book bag. That's it. So I'm gonna show you right now. Where's my backpack? That I went on a ruck this morning, so I maybe don't have it in here. So anyway, you got a backpack, you got some, I make videos on it too. You have your old, I don't know, if you're 17, like Dora the Explorer, I don't know, maybe you still have that. Power Rangers relevant, I'm not sure, a Pokemon bag, you have something, right? Stuff, shit inside it. Hold on, I'm gonna get a fake bag. I'll move here, I'm over here. Keep talking, keep chatting away, let me know what's up. Jets are the best. Go Jets. I hate everybody else. Just kidding. I could be a Raiders fan because I'm from here. All right, perfect. Look here. This is my ruck pack. It's not a ruck pack. It's a Supreme bag. But inside is my kettlebell. So from here, right, I can use this to walk with, and that's rucking. Right, weighting down my cardio gets me to the fat burning cardio faster, but it also challenges my core. Right, I'm carrying things inside. Let's see, I drink about 15 minutes, and hold on, I'll read those after this, okay? I'm gonna show you a couple movements you could do with the bag right now that'll benefit you super. Is this gonna be a chest press exercise? No. Is this going to be a lat pull down exercise? No. But it is something where you can use to load whatever it is. So you're gonna take stuff. If you have weights, put it inside, right? Now, you can hold it here. Up top, you can do goblet squats, bang, bang, 3 sets of 15, right? You can do a sumo deadlift or a deadlift. Now we're gonna go hip hinging. So here, hips back, touch, bap, bap. You can fill it up, drop it to the ground. Now you have shouldering, which is my favorite movement. Grab it up top, boom, hips again, boom, shoulders. You got this handle here. You go 2-point row, super easy, bang, bang, right? 3 sets. The magic number here is 15 to 20 reps if you are a beginner, with control, with attention. And we always say when you're doing the movement, you're not doing the movement just to fucking do it, right? You're doing it to feel it. So you want to do it to where you feel every single muscle working, right? That's kind of the concept, right? I'm fucking drawing a blank here. Mind-body connection, fairly simple. Right, that we can't do presses. Oh, we got UPS coming in. What's up, dude?
I got these packages.
Oh, I'll take them. I appreciate it. Yep, thank you so much. See, we got packages coming in. You could use these packages, fucking throw them inside your backpack. Now you got weighted anything, right? You got suitcase carries, farmer's carries, whatever it's gonna be. This thing is super good. And a lot of people, if you know what a kettlebell is, this is a kettlebell, right? I want you to look at the dynamics of this. This is a kettlebell. Handle, weights on the bottom. That's what makes it a kettlebell, right? Versatile. Up top, rack position. I go into cleans, whop. Go into presses, whop. I go into rows. I can carry it. Very versatile. Your backpack with Dora the Explorer is the same shit, right? Fill it up with what weight you want. You still got cleans. I can do presses with it, right? I can do rows with it. I can do high pulls with it. No excuse. You went to school, you got weights. So try using it. Pretty simple. And again, if you go to crankstrong.com, I got free programs for you. Just go there and just grab your copy, whatever it is. Shoot me a message, shoot me a DM, whatever you got to do. Ask me some questions because I'm in. All right, let me see. Whoa, what's that? Chat is going, S. What's up, man? I want to lose fat, build muscle. Should I drink more water? Yes, that's a very easy one. Drink more water. You drink 1 to 2 liters of water a day. I drink 1 to 2 liters while I'm taking a piss. So while I'm taking a piss, I'm drinking 1.2 liters. So you should increase the intake of water because your body's made of it. So make sure you drink a lot of it. What do you think is the best way to gain strength on lifts fast? Omar, good question. What do you think is the best way to gain strength on lifts fast? This is also a subjective question. Why? Because I don't know what level you're at. I don't know what experience you have. I don't know your form and technique. I don't understand what you've been doing your entire life, or you have any type of injuries that I need to know about. So it's very hard. But in a general sense, what's the best way to gain strength fast? Practice your compound movements, which is a squat, bench, dead, clean, snatch. That's multi-joint movements, right? For lower rep with higher weight, but with good form. Okay, I'm not telling you to go from 135 on a deadlift to try to pull 225 because Pete said so, right? You got to build up slowly, making sure the percentages are correctly. Percentages are huge. If you don't understand how to become strong, get a coach. Like, let them show you something, or if I get a program somewhere. So for me, it's very simple for me, right? I have coaches too. I'm a coach, but I have a coach, just my man Smitty. My man Smitty, I follow his program because it just keeps me consistent, right? This is my whole board for fucking my month. And I've been the straightest I've ever been, on point and way stronger than I've been in a long, long time. But it's done very gradually, right? So here, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, I'm already week 6, week 7, I'm back in. So now the numbers change a little bit, but there's gonna be small progressions. So I'm not trying to lift, like, here's an example right here. Fucking, you can't read that shit, so I'll talk. So here's an example of what I mean through a proper progression of one movement. All right, and of course, we'll just talk about bench. We'll talk about, it's a multi-joint movement. We'll talk about the bench or dumbbell presses, whatever it's going to be, all right? So in a general sense, my first week will be lighter in the weight, and I'm going to go higher in the reps. I'm trying to keep this simple, and I'm just gonna do 10 reps. So 4 sets or 5 sets of 10, right? So the next week, I'm going to progress that by making the weight heavier and then bringing the numbers down to 8. Now I'm going to do 4 sets of 8, right? And then the week after that, I'm going to do the same exact thing. Maybe if but again, now I might feel weird, but if I feel good, I'm going to move up. If I feel like shit, I'm going to take off, right? Until I feel good. Now I'm going to move up. Now it'll be a 4 by 6, right? So this is just a very general sense of progression. For compound movement, you could do that with your squat, you do that with your bench, do it with your deadlift, your pull-ups or lat pull-downs, bent over rows. I'm trying to think of bigger ones. No one does cleans here or snatches. You wouldn't be here if it is. But for the most part, I don't want strict rules. I want normal rules. What's that mean? I don't want strict rules. I want normal rules. What are normal rules versus strict rules? Who says you got to be strict? Because we call this part auto-regulation. If you guys haven't subscribed, subscribe up, please. Subscribe, give me a little subby. Auto-regulation, right? So I'm completely, I think, gone off the tangent of what this stream was supposed to be about, but thank you for posting and give me some feedback with this and give me some questions. Auto-regulation means I feel like shit today, right? I feel like shit is my work bag here? No, I feel like shit today, so I'm not gonna do the heavy stuff that I might schedule to do. So like, say on my week 3, I'm at my 90% of my squat, and I just feel like shit, right? My knee hurts, I didn't get much sleep, I didn't feel good. Well then, I'll just save it for another day or even save it for the next week. Because at the end of the day, we're not gonna stop, right? You're not gonna stop, you're going to keep going. So if you're in it for the longevity of things, you gotta learn to auto-regulate your body and auto-regulate your workouts. And if you're a trainer, make sure you know how to do that too with your clients, not fucking them up and making sure that they are in the safest place to lift, become stronger, and do whatever it is. Because if they get hurt, guess who doesn't get paid? You. So think about that, right? Omar, that's for the inside bench. Damn, bench squat 45. Come on, man. You tell me you get strong. You know you get strong, bro. I saw that. Oh, you took it off. Those are good numbers, my man. Those are good numbers. How old are you? You a football player? Because football players usually run those numbers. So I was wondering, what is it? If you're in that realm, Omar, like you're around that phase, well then finding a really good strength program that matches your time, that matches your. I put that's I meant thanks. Yeah, I play D-line. Of course you are. No shit you do. So your strength, see, this is exactly why I like to know more about the person that I'm talking to, Omar, because, Omari? Oh shit, Omari. My bad, I said Omar. Omari, you need what we would say velocity, right? You need strength power, right? Velocity, being able to move someone, something as fast as you can, as strong as you can for a short period of time, right? And that's D-line. D-line is not someone that's gonna be, fucking, you're gonna run, right? If you run, that's stupid. There's no reason to. You should do like dead mill sprints for like 15, 20 seconds, because that's the duration of like how long your plays are going to be. So things like you is how can I do more dynamic effort things, more like box jumps with the right sequence, vert jumps, single leg jumps, a lot of jumping, weighted jumps, learning how to landing mechanics, right? Cleans, dumbbell, barbell, whatever it is, cleans. I'm sure if you're in the weight room, you guys are doing your cleans because that's going to provide triple extension. And at the same time, it's going to make your brain work super fast under heavy load. Squats are great at low numbers, so already I can see you have the numbers that developed or that recognize a D lineman. So just keep doing what you're doing. Don't focus too much onto the number. It's how do you feel carrying it onto the field, right? How does your weight training or your strength feel carrying off the field? Do you feel slow off the ball? Well, then maybe that's more of a reactive thing, right? Reactive jumps, reactive pushing, medicine ball throws, things like that. I don't know if you have a strength coach. If you do, then talk to them about what it is. Communicate with your strength coach about like what do you feel you need to carry through. Does one leg feel slower than the other one? Do you feel you have good hip extension? Do you feel like you have good running mechanics? Not sure, right? If you're on D-line, I'm not sure if you're going to the outside in, what's that called? The I forget what it's called. I can't think of that person, but they're very fast. You guys are fucking fast. I train a guy, he right now, he played for ASU, Arizona State, played in NFL for a couple years, but he's a giant. Yo, he's like 375. He's 6'5" maybe. I'm like, me standing next to him, it's ridiculous, but he still has it. You know what I mean? Like, he hasn't played, I think, ball since like 2004, but he just has this work ethic behind him. Sure, he's not pushing the weight that he used to. He's not squatting the weight he used to because he is hurt now. He's a lot tighter. He's a professional now. He has his own business. But you can still see that, like, that's why I love football players in a way, because like you can still see their energy inside them. You can still see the push, right? The grind, they would say. But at the same time, they love being told what to do versus like they have to think. So this is funny that we had this conversation as a minute. I play D-line. I powerlift as well. Oh, perfect. So if you're in sport, man, like if you're a power lifter, find the program, find the coach that's best for you, right? Something that you're going to consistently do, and that'll just tie back into the what we're talking about today is like why our workouts suck, right? Or why they're not working is because we quit fast. Right, we have shiny object syndrome, and we'll go on Instagram or YouTube just like you guys are on right now, and we'll find something, and then after 4 weeks we'll find something else, and then something else and something else, never giving that one thing a chance. And for me, that's what I'm promising myself to do now, and it's already been on like, I'm on workout, what number workout I'm on? I'm on workout 39 total, week 10. I'm on 70% of clusters, so 70, 75, 80% of my lifts. And this is the most consistent I've been in a long time, and I can feel the difference, right? I can feel the way I'm working. I can feel my strength way stronger coming back. Sure, there's days I feel like an old fucking man because I am, and I do some jujitsu. I don't want to say I do a lot. I do some jujitsu like once or twice a week, and that shit hurts, man. Like, I get stiff. So if I am rolling or I have wrestling practice and I wrestle, my hips don't feel good the next day, right? So I got to make sure I do my recovery work in between, maybe go for my walks only, and then save my lifts for another day. But it's the most consistent I've been, and me being in this position, I tell you right now, I feel fucking amazing. And that is the best feeling you could have. So whatever it is you guys do, make sure you just stick to it. If you need some help, again, just comment, let me know. You can find me on IG, DM me, whatever. I don't know what YouTube does. I think YouTube just comments only. There's no DMs or messages in that. But you go to crankstrong.com and just grab the thing there if you need to, and I'll see you guys later. All right, guys, thank you so much for all the questions today. I do appreciate you all. God bless. It's amazing. Go Jets. First off, if you're still on, Amari, who's your team? I'd like to know. Anyone else not like the Jets, please let me know. And if you do, comment your team down below because I want to know who you guys like because it definitely says a lot about that person. I'm just kidding. All right, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for coming out. I'll see you guys next Thursday. Have a great weekend and a very safe 4th of July.